We're now halfway through our Colourclass Lofoten. Every day we are collecting more impressions of the unique archipelago in the north of Norway. Apart from fascinating light atmosphere, we have even seen the northern lights and shot photos of them. But how can we manage to capture a promising subject in powerful landscape photography? That is the subject of this episode of the Colourclass Lofoten.
It looks like the clouds are in our favour. Welcome to Gimsøy. This is one of my absolute favourite locations. We have 3 or 4 possibilities here. A church from the front, as it is presenting itself now. Also the rear view of the church, that is also beautiful. Then you can also incorporate the water in the picture. Yes, all in all a big playground. I would say I have something here at the front which I would like to make a subject of the photo.
Okay, then I'll go round to the back.
There you are then, 50-50 I would say. See you.
See you later.
See you. When you first arrive at a new location, it is vital to, I'm using culinary words here, fillet the location. So that means to find yourself the best elements of the landscape and to set them in the scene for a photo. We have a church here, which has a few unique characteristics. I didn't know that the first time. This church, a so-called stave church. This is a special way to build churches. Everything is made of wood. Of course, there is the nave in the middle. In the front, you can see the main door with a porch over it. Then this small window. Everything very orderly and sober, very pure. I find this very beautiful in its use of forms. What is also interesting here, when the conditions are right, the path. Can you see that? Here has been cleared up. That means people have run back and forth. There is a lot of snow at the sides. Unfortunately, the snow on the pavements is relatively dirty. That doesn't make things easier. That is why I would suggest leaving the tripod out. The camera too. Yes, I'll do that now, or rather, I'll take it with me but not unpack it. That way, without the ballast of the camera, we can get a feeling for the location. Just take in what is actually going on here. We not only have the church here, but we are near the water. That is the Gimsøy. Of course, you can also try working with reflections, etc. I'm going to try that in a minute because I don't like this path. So I'll just pack my things together. Follow me, ladies and gentlemen. Right, the rocks here are quite attractive. That is definitely a possible point of view. All the same, as we are here by the water at low tide, I would like to try and capture the so-called tidal pools. Then you can play around with reflections. Let's carry on looking. Yeah. This here has potential, I would say. What has slightly distracted me from what I was looking for is this water that has collected on the beach as the tide went out. The church is reflected really well in it. I'd like to look at it through the camera. You could make something out of that. I'll just have a go. Guys, I have set this up here. There is definitely potential, but what comes out at the end is not my thing, or in other words, it doesn't look as promising as I'd hoped. I'm not happy with this image. Now I am really curious what Kristian has done over there. I suggest we go over to Kristian to see if he was luckier. Are you just doing the exposure?
Just finished. Exposure time, 1/4 of an hour.
Really?
I wanted to capture these 4 trees that all have different forms. There was no water, but the sky just cleared, and so I set about it. And with 1/4 of an hour exposure time, it worked quite well. Now we'll have to see how we can optimize it on the computer.
I like the last one. That's it, isn't it? I didn't find anything, I'm telling you. At least we have taken one photo from here. Unfortunately wicked, unfortunately not mine.
The next episode of Colourclass Lofoten is all about colour management. How do I calibrate my camera? Which monitor should I use? And how do I calibrate it to obtain an undistorted look at my image file? You'll get the answers in the next episode of Colourclass Lofoten.